The Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the New Orleans Pelicans. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Yabusele. He's out there with Embiid. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now, here's Olynyk. Tight defense on him.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Maxey, no good.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Pass to Mamoukelashvili. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. Mamoukelashvili has got his second basket of the night.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
To the paint, they need this. He takes it up and lays it in.
You can see how Maxey has developed as a facilitator. This coaching staff has a lot of trust in him.
Here's Giddey. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Montreal's coach and I got a chance to talk. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here are the 76ers now. After the basket by Montreal. Markkanen against George. Back to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Buries it from 3-point range.
You got to get out on that if you're the defender. Maxey is very capable from beyond the arc.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Tyrese Maxey. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. That's tipped. Out to Anthony. Olynyk the pass to Giddey. Takes the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Giddey's got a couple of threes now in the first for Montreal.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Bucket is good.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Here's Giddey. And another 3 for Montreal.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks. You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
It's good. Markkanen's got his third bucket of the night.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
That's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
Now, here's George. No scoring in this one. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Here's Markkanen. Again, Montreal scores.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And the 76ers call time here. We're at the point in the season now, Clark, where teams know what they've got. Talk more about that aspect.
Yeah, you know, it's a good point. You've, at this point, figured out by now if you could potentially do something special as a team, or if you need help to accomplish that goal. So some front offices look to go out and get that help.
.137 left here in the opening quarter. Bobbed up there for Edwards. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Montreal leading by 21. Shoots. The rebound by Bryant. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Shot to stop the run. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Pass to Edwards. Tries again. Maxey, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Oubre. That one wide left. And here's Montreal. Here's Markkanen. Up and in on the layup. 10 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Gordon. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Mamukelashvili passes to Markkanen. Beyond the arc. The pass to Giddey. This one for 3. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Giddey. Markkanen's got 13 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
From the arc.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
Lauri Markkanen getting it done for Montreal. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Montreal.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Oubre out there with Edwards. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Gordon in at the 2. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and you have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's Maxey after the basket by Montreal.
Montreal foul.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Paul George, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Eric
Into the
Gordon.
lineup for Philadelphia, Paul George.
We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the layup's good off the glass. Maxey's got 9.
That's why you give Maxey freedom to do his thing, because he's terrific at creating for himself.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow. Boy, he's a much improved three-point shooter, Jeremy Grant. Coaches have to appreciate what he does for the team spacing because of him knocking that down.
Here's Grimes. Hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Maxey. And it goes down 2 points. And now that's 11 points for Tyrese Maxey.
Not just a perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's find out the news on Lauri Markkanen. David, what's the update?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer from Montreal gave us some information. Well, guys, it could have been much worse. It's a shoulder bruise, and it's aching a bit by the looks of things. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Philadelphia with the ball. After Montreal picked up 3 with their last shot, took him no time at all on that one.
3.
George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Giddey. Mamukelashvili passes to Anthony. And another 3 for Montreal.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Yabusele comes in for Kelly Oubre. Now here's Anthony. He's got 11. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Out to the wing. Here's Grimes. Still yet to score. And he banks in the lane.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
I love the compact stroke there for Olynyk.
Outside, George. Shoots over Grant. George, no good. George has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Giddey. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 13. Passes to Grimes. Kicks it to George. Tries it from 19. It's rebounded by Montreal. Mamukelashvili has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, The 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Grant.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. Certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Inside, here's Edwards. Right wing, Embiid wide open. Nice form on the 20-footer. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Now here's Gordon. He has yet to score. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. He's a high motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Now here's Gordon. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Yabusele. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Markkanen. Markkanen with the block.
And that's evidence that Markkanen is working on his defense, and it's critical that he does so. And blocks like this show he's making good strides.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, they've been clearly the better team.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Markkanen, good.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Now here is Lowry. Yep, it counts.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Montreal. Markkanen kicks to Giddey. From outside, off the mark. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The shot by Lowry, no good. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul.
Yeah, a way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now Embiid. There's the three. And no good. And so it's Montreal with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So got to keep shooting them. Hopefully start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Well, for Montreal, Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. They can't create for themselves in the second half. Things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Cole Anthony is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5.
Strong move and a little spicy, too. Embiid's passion for the game, the way he plays, I love it.
And for Philadelphia, Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Grimes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the 76ers making a change here. Lyons checked in.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow. An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Maxey kicks to George. With the drive, and George with the stuff.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Pass to Markkanen. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The 76ers making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. Now, here's Maxey. He's got 15. George against Markkanen. There's the steal. And Markkanen throws it down.
Big fella running the floor. I love it. Markkanen showing you he can be determined to beat everybody down the floor.
Maxey against Giddey. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 4 this quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now, here's Maxey. 17 points in the game. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Hey, we've seen Maxey take the big jump Now he's one of the game's best scorers.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Grimes, Markkanen with the block.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little is going his way.
Great power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Deep two from Anthony. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Mamukelashvili.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Maxey looking it over. Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
He gets that one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And George gets it to go.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
And there it is for him.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Now, here's Maxey. 19 points in the game. Oubre passes to George. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Giddey with it. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Giddey's got 24.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Now, here is George. He's got 11. 6 to shoot. Back to Maxey. Got a piece of it.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Markkanen passes to Mamukelashvili, and that one is good. Mamukelashvili has got 10 points in just the second half. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Montreal.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Here's Maxey after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. And George kicks to Maxey. To stop the run. It's tipped. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And good that time. Olynyk got 6 in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. And here is Giddey. Shoots the three. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 4 onto their lead
47
as we head to the fourth.
And so it's Montreal able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Lauri Markkanen. Josh Giddey is out there with Cole Anthony. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Mamukelashvili in at the center position. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the result.
Now, here's Olynyk, following the miss by Kyle Lowry.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here is Lowry to the inside. Here's Edwards. Left side, Bryant. Eric Gordon on the wing. 76ers moving the ball around. Bryant the pass to Lowry. Another shot. The shot's good.
Excellent play call that time by Lowry, breaking up the defense with the pick and roll to create a shot for himself.
Dishes to Olynyk. Back to Giddey. Down low. And he makes that one. Mamukelashvili has got 12 points in just the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lowry kicks to Gordon. There's the dish to Bryant. And Bryant throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Outside, Markkanen lets it go from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Walker. Here's Gordon. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Giddey the pass to Anthony. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by Montreal. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Edwards, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Yabusele comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Butler in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Yabusele. Outside Gordon. Can they get it? And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Cole Anthony.
And Gordon very physical with the defense. Solid at creating chances for himself to get to the line.
Eric Gordon, 2 shots.
A free throw good from Eric Gordon. Good on both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, because you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Now here's Anthony. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And Edwards is right there.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Olynyk can't hit. to the middle. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Yeah, from the first time I saw Gordon play, this guy has always been in attack mode, which makes it a tough cover for the defense.
Anthony, the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Anthony. From deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Such a wide open look.
Boy, Gordon's such a natural scorer. Wherever he is on the floor, he knows how to score the ball. This guy is some kind of offensive player.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
Embiid finds Edwards.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Rebound by Olynyk. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Here is Edwards. He kicks to Embiid. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W for Montreal.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I have to believe the sweep will be in order.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Gordon with no one around. No good on the quick 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Markkanen uses the glass to finish the layup. Markkanen's got 36.
And I like that. Markkanen needs to play like a 7-footer because he's got the talent, but he also has a pretty strong frame when he wants to use it.
Now here's Gordon. Will it go? Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. And it's Bryant missing. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And he recovers it. Anthony, the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Giddey. And another 3 for Montreal.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some 3s.
So we see Montreal get the win here. They tore it down tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the